0.
Roger, the clock is operating. We're underway.
You're loud and clear.
Roger, we're programming and roll okay. A little bumpy along about here.
Roger. Stand by for 20 seconds.
Roger. We're smoothing out some now, getting out of the vibration area.
Roger, you feel max Q, flight path is...
Roger, feels good through max Q and smoothing out real fine. Cabin pressure coming down by 7, okay, flight very smooth now. Sky looking very dark outside.
All Roger, reading you loud and clear 7, Cape is go, we're standing by for you.
Roger, Cape is go and I am go. Our capsule is in good shape. Fuel 103, 102, oxygen 78,100, cabin pressure holding steady at 5.8, amps is 2.6. All systems are go, indicating 6Gs. Roger, 0G, and I feel fine. Capsule is turning around. Oh, that view is tremendous.
Roger, turnaround has started.
Roger, capsule turning around, and I could see the booster during turnaround just a couple of 100 yards behind me. It was beautiful.
Roger, 7, you have a go, at least 7 orbits.
Roger, understand go for at least 7 orbits. The Friendship 7 can see clear back a big cloud pattern way back across toward the Cape. We're all set. This is very comfortable at 0G. I have nothing but very fine feeling. It just feels very normal and very good. Have very little dirt floating around in the capsule, just a little bit. And preparing to take xylos still at present time. This is Friendship 7. The head movements cause no sensations whatsoever. Feel fine. Reach test, I can hit directly to any spot that I want to hit. I have no problem reaching for knobs and have adjusted to 0G very easily, much easier than I really thought I would. I have excellent vision on the charts, no astigmatism or any malfunctions at all. I feel fine so far, over.
Roger, understand.
This is Friendship 7, have beautiful view of the African coast, both in the scope and out the window. Out the window is by far the best view. Part of the Canaries was hidden by clouds. Roger, how you doing, Gordo? We're doing real fine up here. Everything is going very well, over.
John, you sound good.
Roger, control fuel is 90,100, oxygen is 75,100, amps are 22. All systems are still go, having no problems at all. Control system operating fine, over. The only unusual thing I have noticed is a rather high, what would appear to be a haze layer, up some 7 or 8 degrees above the horizon on the night side. The stars, I can see through it as they go down toward the real horizon, but it's a very visible single band or layer pretty well up above the normal horizon, over.
Shortly, you may observe some lights down there. You want to take a check on them out to your right, over?
Roger, I'm all set to see if I can't get them in sight. Roger, I do have lights in sight on the ground, over.
Do you understand? They're just off to your right there?
That's affirmative. Just to my right, I can see a big pattern of lights, apparently right on the coast. I can see the outline of a town and a very bright light just to the south of it. On down.
What's going on, everybody? Let me take a quick sip as my phone goes off as well. Welcome to the stream, guys. Another low-key afternoon Lightspeed Lounge live stream. I don't know. It doesn't look like... How did you guys find the stream? It does. Once again, it looks like the notifications did not go out. Stuart Lugsden, who you see in these live stream chats all the time, said that he only gets notifications of anything like a stream or a video maybe a quarter of the time, which is kind of crazy. So something's not going on. Something's not going on. Sean got one though. Robot Nick got one. All right. Welcome to the stream, guys. Good to see everybody. What's up, Caleb Kemp? Good to see you, man. Hope everything's going well for you. This is the afternoon Lightspeed Lounge. Got my mug of coffee here. Got my daughter down for a nap. I will be hanging out with you guys for about 30 minutes. So, yeah. So feel free to shoot since it's pretty low key in the chat right now. Feel free to ask some questions and do whatever you want. Say a bunch of stupid shit and I will read it. Fandalorian, good to see you, man. Thank you. I don't know what the hell Free Phillip is, but keep it up, I guess. Hayden, welcome to the stream, man. Random Dude, Chutoy, Sean Pauly, Josh Frisch, Halvor, Goyen, good to see you guys. Robot Nick, Dan, Caleb Kemp, as always, good to see you, man. Darth Revan, Darth Fader, welcome one and all. So, yeah, 2 videos up today, 2 very simple videos. Another simple video going out tomorrow. It's from Fleet members. I'm starting a new series called Questions from the Fleet, and you guys know that I do, monthly Q&As with patrons and direct channel supporters. Like you see, Caleb Kemp has a little icon next to his name. That means he's in the fleet. And I always do monthly Q&As, but now I'm starting to do like weekly videos that I call Questions from the Fleet. And I'll just take one question from YouTube supporters and make a video every Monday. Is when I don't know how I'm going to do it, but but yeah, man. Welcome, guys. Dan, good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Which planet/moon would you like to go to the most in our solar system and why? Probably Europa. Probably Europa. I think in terms of at least the knowledge that we have right now, there's a good chance that life is there thriving. And I think that's a lot of astronomers' best bet or astrobiologists, their best bet as far as, like I said, our knowledge right now of where life could potentially be. So yeah, I would love for some kind of maybe not necessarily manned missions to Europa for the time being, but let's send some robots. Let's start digging. Let's get some samples. I think it'd be pretty neat, But yeah. Do you think you will ever move abroad, Halvor? Probably not. If I was still in the Navy, I probably would have wanted to get stationed either in Japan or, everybody that I've talked to who was stationed in Japan absolutely loved it. So, but that is it feels like another lifetime ago, man. It's 10 years ago that I went on my final farewell deployment. Kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, probably not, man. Probably not. Not with a kid now, and we're buying a house and building a new house and settling down. I think we're gonna be where we're at for a very, very long time. Caleb Kemp, thank you so much for the first super chat and channel support of the stream. Let me take a quick sip of water because I rushed to the computer to start this thing. Caleb Kemp says, "Happy Spooktober!" Right back at you, man. Gonna dress up for Halloween. I don't know what I'll do this year. We got my daughter a little Minnie Mouse costume. We put it on her for the first time today. She looks so goddamn cute, but I don't know. I probably won't dress. I don't know. I might get something to go along with her costume. Last year, I went as Alan Grant. My wife went as Ellie Sadler. And my daughter went as a little dinosaur. So, I don't think we're going to do that again this year. Man, it's hard to say. I'm sure we'll throw something together at the last minute. But for years there, for like 5 years, I went as a stormtrooper every single year because I had the full set of armor, and I was like, yeah, well, I'm not. Why am I going to spend money on another costume? I got this thing for life. So, but I haven't put it on for a very long time. I need to throw it back on. And I don't want to wear it trick-or-treating with my daughter. You know, my daughter's going to go around trick-or-treating. Last year, we kind of had to hold her. She wasn't walking yet, and it was a little, you know, it was easier. We only went to a few houses for her first experience. This year, we're probably going to do it a little bit longer, not too long because she's still young. And that being said, I don't want to wear my Stormtrooper armor, really for safety's sake. You know, when you're in that Stormtrooper armor, you can't really move very well. You can't really see very well. And I want to be mobile. And always ready. But yeah, Caleb. I appreciate that channel support this afternoon, man. Thank you so much. And tonight, I don't know if... Do you have Battlefront 2015? I don't know if you guys know this, but I mentioned it last stream. I'm going to start doing kind of like Throwback Thursday streams. And today I installed Battlefront 2015. I'm going to play a little bit of hopefully Cargo on Battlefront 2015. So, and then next week I might do, you know, I'll do something different. Galactic Battlegrounds maybe. But I never schedule streams. I never, you know, say that I'm going to do specific stuff. But I'm going to start turning Thursdays into, throwback streams, you know. Find old Star Wars games to play. Have fun with it. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Salad. Glad you liked it, man. Hello, Nedry. I dig it. Favorite lightsaber color is probably green, Christian. I like... my all-time favorite lightsaber is Luke Skywalker's Return of the Jedi green. So that's probably my favorite color as well. Hell yeah, Shadows of the Empire. Other than Battlefront, Shadows of the Empire is the game that I've played the most on streams. I can't even tell you how many times I've played it. A couple dozen times, I'm sure, over the past few years that I've been streaming. I've only been streaming since, like, I don't know. It was a few months before The Last Jedi, I think. But yeah. Yep, I have been watching Barry. We're all caught up, Halvor. Fantastic show. Didn't know anything about it when we first started the show, and I got hooked right away, and we blew through it. I like how it's 30-minute episodes, right? They're digestible, quick sittings. Another show that we watched and completely binged was Fleabag. We watched the first two seasons within like a week. I keep saying this, but the second season of Fleabag was some of the best TV I have ever seen. If you guys haven't watched Fleabag, the first season's good. The second season, it ramps it up and is even better in my opinion. But yeah. I appreciate that, Derek. Thanks for tuning in, man. To the both of you. Will we see shirtless Kylo in episode 9? No, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Eric Newton. Hey, Greedo. Fairly new to the channel, but I was in the Navy from... Oh, wow. We were serving together. I was a submariner. What did you do in the Navy? So I was in from 2007 to 2011. And basically I was an Airedale. I was kind of logs and records for a helicopter squadron. I was plane captain qualified. I know it's a different world, right? You were a submariner, so a lot of the terms that I'm saying you might not even know, and a lot of the terms that you're saying, you know how it is. But yeah, I was at a Seahawk SH-60 Bravo squadron for 4 years, and yeah, deployed on a frigate and went to South America and a bunch of countries, and it was fun, man. It was fun. Do you miss it? I miss the shit out of it. I regret getting out every single day almost. but yeah, it feels like another lifetime ago, right? Hard to believe. What's up, Tom? Good to see you, man. No, I haven't read the article yet, Darth Vader. I forgot that was coming out today. Came out today, right? I thought I read that it was coming out today. Maybe. I can't remember. Caleb Kemp, once again, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Fun thing, I got Porg slippers yesterday. Nice, man. Those are. What are you gonna wear them around the house? every time, I feel like every time I've gotten slippers or something like that, they just go to shit so quickly because I'm like, yeah, I can walk to the mailbox in these things. They'll be okay. And then after like 10 trips to the mailbox, they're just so dirty and beaten and run down. That's funny though, man. Enjoy them. Do I have any? I don't have any slippers anymore. Like living in Florida, Caleb. Whenever I've gotten slippers, and most of the time they're like a gift, something like that. I'm like, oh, cool, I'll wear these all the time. But then, you know, living in Florida, it's pretty hot, and whenever I get shoes or slippers like that, or even like yard shoes, oh, I'll get some Crocs. They're good lawn mowing shoes. I just end up throwing on my sandals. It's just like second nature. My sandals are for out and about. My sandals are for mowing the lawn. My sandals are for doing yard work. My sandals are for everything. It's kind of funny. Not taking them outside, though. Yeah. That's smart. That's smart. But enjoy, man. Take a picture. Is that weird? Maybe don't take a picture. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you don't miss subs. I'm trying to think. I don't think I know anybody that was on subs, personally. My buddy's brother is a nuke, which is kind of a fun story about him. Smart kid. And, you know, growing up, he was the one... I feel like he was the one that his parents, maybe everybody was a little worried about. Because he played a lot of games. He didn't seem to have a direction or whatnot. And then he joined the Navy, and the Navy said, oh, you're smart as shit. So now he's a nuke. I don't know if he's staying in or not, but yeah. So I was in South America. I was in Panama, Guatemala, Costa Rica. Yeah, Panama, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Colombia, and then a couple weeks in Guantanamo. I think it was about a week in Guantanamo Bay. But yeah, I miss it. I do miss it. Eli Foreman, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. Hey, HG, been a minute. Just left the U.S. Air Force recently. Oh, no kidding. I didn't realize you were getting out. Any tips for a new civilian? Enrolled for spring 2020 in college. Also, The Rise of Skywalker in 2 months away. Hype. Indeed, hype. Well, let me take some coffee sips. You know, it's really tough. I found that, I mean, you know all about the structure, right? You live a life. How long were you in? I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. So I was in for 4 years. You live a life of structure. You never have to think of what you're going to wear. You show up early. You're always being told where to go, what to do. And you live a very regimented life. And there's comfort in that. I found comfort in that. When I got out was when, like, I find civilian life to be way more hectic and crazy than military life because of that reason. I found it to be, well, you're going to experience going to college. When I got out, I immediately enrolled in college using my GI Bill. I'm assuming you're using the post 9/11. And I was surrounded by kids. And I felt like I was a grandpa. And I was only like, when I got out, I was only 25, 26, you know. But the best advice I can give you is utilize the shit out of that GI Bill and the housing allowance they give you. I don't know what's changed. It's been a few years since I've enrolled, but I lollygagged. I didn't push myself. I realized quickly that I kind of needed that structure, you know. And I found myself really slacking off. But in that slacking off is when I started this channel, and I was like, oh shit, this is fun. And then I started doing this, and it was fun. But I didn't push myself with school. I didn't utilize the GI Bill the way I should have. I didn't have the head on my shoulders that I anticipated having after having my military experience. I felt every day that I missed it, and I needed that structure. So definitely the biggest advice I can give you as a freshly born civilian is, you know, push through that GI Bill, get school done. And there's I mean, every college I've ever been to or looked at has, you know, representatives there for VA representatives there to help you guys out, you know. But it's definitely an adjustment. You said you were in for 7 years. That's a long time. What made you get out? It's definitely a big adjustment. The hardest thing for me was just kind of not being a part of something, a teammate, you know? Over the past, so I got out in 2011, so it's been 8 years. You know, almost 10. That's hard to believe. It's been 8.5. Yeah, that's crazy. And over the past 8 years or so, it's just kind of, I don't know, I miss it more and more and more. I miss the structure. I miss the guys. I miss the adventure of it. Yeah, I'm sure, you know, everybody feels that way when they get out. But yeah, man. Best of luck to you. It's a scary world out there. There's definitely comfort in the structure for sure. But what are you shooting to? What do you, you know, want to get a degree in? What do you want to? What do you want to do now? What do you want to do now? Oh yeah. Also look at if any of your military stuff translates to credits. A few of mine did, I think. I can't remember. It's been so long. But yeah. Mickey Miles, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Tom Davis as well. Thank you for the super chat and channel support. I appreciate the patience there, guys. RN, nice man. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Good stuff. That'll translate well. Mickey Miles, thank you for the super chat and channel support. So this is off topic of Star Wars, but it looks like my wife is going into labor today. Nice. Any advice for a first-time father? Love your channel, by the way. Well, I appreciate that. So, well, first of all, congratulations. That is, that's crazy to think that you're going to be a dad today, right? Or maybe tomorrow. Who knows? My wife was in labor for like 48 hours, so you never know. So, yeah, it's just an insane feeling, right? Knowing that in a few moments, potentially your life will never be the same. In a good way. I'm not here to scare you. It's a good thing. Any advice for a first-time father? Golly, you know, it's kind of funny. Whenever I ask for advice, it's, you know, everybody has good intentions. Everybody wants to help you out. But it's kind of like no baby book in the world can prepare you for the ups and downs, the feelings that you'll have, both good and exhausting. So, you know, the best advice that I could give you is, and it's going to sound stupid and cheesy, but just go with the flow. Because, you know, if you try to, and it's true that you lose a lot of, there is no more individuality. There is you, your kid, and your wife. And while you might try to hold on to a bit of your past and a bit of like how your life used to be, it's very difficult to do so. You still need time, the two of you, right? And that's just as important as being a dad, I think. You need time for the two of you. And I think that's what a lot of people kind of forget. Yes, it's all about the kid. Obviously, it's all about the kid. But you also need time to have date nights and go on little trips together. And time for the two of you. Because it can be stressful. And it can be tough. And you need to, you need to do that kind of stuff as well. But, dude, it's mind-blowing. It's completely mind-blowing. I'm trying to think so the first day, Mickey, yeah, my wife was in labor for like 48 hours, and then hospital finally accepted us. It was time. They gave her all the drugs she needed, tried to induce labor, gave her drugs to induce everything, but nothing was going. The baby was coming, but nothing was happening. Does that make sense? So the doctor ordered an emergency C-section, and we went into the room, operating room. Pop, there she was, and And then, yeah, just like that, everything changes. She's taking a nap right now. She's 18 months almost. Hard to believe, but man, I'm trying to think of any other advice. Yeah, just like, my daughter was colicky for the first 4 months, and I didn't know what colic was until I became a dad, Mickey. But she screamed and screamed and screamed, not even crying. I'm talking screaming for 4 months. All night, for screaming for like 4 hours at a time, falling asleep for an hour, and then getting up and screaming. So now she's an angel. She's just a complete opposite. But I guess it was some kind of intestinal issue. I don't know. Doctor said she would grow out of it, and she did eventually. But, and it tests your patience. It does. You just got to take deep breaths and, you know, put on some lullabies, not only for her, but for yourself as well. But, dude, congratulations, and you'll have to let us know when it happens. You know, that's a big day. Soak it all in. Soak it all in. And, yeah, best of luck, man. Best of luck. Congratulations once again. If everybody could do me a big favor, it's deserving of a chat-wide congrats. Say congrats, Mickey. What's up, Carter? Good to see you. Mr. Stewart, good to see you as well. Tom Davis, thank you for the super chat and channel support. My house/bandmate ran a nuke boat when 9/11 happened. Crazy stories, man. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, that's pretty neat. My buddy's brother was stationed on carriers. You know, they're gone for a very, very long time. I think he's deciding to get out. I think he is. Last time I talked to him, but yeah, that's crazy. I enlisted in 2007, and certainly, I was a sophomore in high school when 9/11 happened, and it was certainly a decision for my enlistment, but there was a lot of factors that went into the reason I enlisted. You know, and it was kind of interesting because a lot of guys that I was serving with joined right after it happened. And they had been in for 7 years by the time I signed on the dotted line, you know. So there were a lot of people who answered the call. And I'm sure he has some crazy stories, you know. Those guys were gone for a very, very long time. But yeah. Indian Ocean too. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Yeah, I don't have any very exciting stories like that. Mine are more floating and running after drug speedboats and chasing after Colombian submarines. Oh, I don't know, it's kind of fun to explain that to people. We were hunting drug smuggling submarines with our Seahawk, with our helicopter. And yeah, just Google, like, I guess you would Google Colombian cartel submarines or something like that. Let me see. Cartel submarines. Yeah, here you go. So yeah, if you just Google like Colombian cartel submarines, when we were in, when we actually took a little tour of a Colombian naval base on deployment, and they showed us around and they showed us some of the captured submarines that they got. It's kind of interesting. They're like homemade subs built out of, I don't know, giant propane tanks or gas tanks, and they just put a propeller on the back and like an air hole. It's just kind of crazy, man. Kind of crazy the lengths that they'll go to. There's a lot of money in it, obviously, but yeah, interesting. But I appreciate that support this afternoon, Tom. Let me see, what else do I got going on today? Not much. I got some non-Hello Greedo stuff to take care of. And that's really about it today. I probably won't be able to work on any Hello Greedo stuff the rest of the day until I stream tonight. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to hash out a couple videos for the weekend, but you know how that goes. Tonight, I will be doing a stream of Battlefront 2015. tomorrow I will be doing, tomorrow's Friday, so I'll probably just do an afternoon stream. But yeah. Christopher, thank you so much for tuning in. And hey, Greedo, just catching up, but looking back at earlier comments about the bill, you can only do school with BAH if it's a full load, and that's assuming you already converted to the post 9/11 GI Bill. Interesting. I'm trying to think when the last time I enrolled in classes was. It was probably 2016 or 17, and at that time, Chris, I could take a couple classes and get a little bit of the BAH. I didn't have to do a full load, unless that's changed recently, within the past few years. So I could take a couple credits and get, like, you know, maybe half of the BAH. And early on, you weren't allowed to get BAH if you were taking online classes, but I think that changed now. It's been, like I said, it's been a few years since I've looked into it. I need to get back into it. I got my AA degree, and I'm only like a year away from my bachelor's, and it's just been I just haven't had time to go back and do it. But yeah, I need to look into it. It seems like it's always shifting and changing, right? I'm finishing up 20 in the Navy next year. Oh, nice, man. What's your rate? Congratulations, by the way. That's a huge feat. 20 years flew by, right? If I stayed in, I would have only had, I got in 2007, so I would only have 8 more years left until 20. But yeah, that's another reason I regret getting out. Oh, man. Could have had that sweet, sweet Christopher retirement. But thanks for doing that, man. Eli Foreman, with online classes, it'll give you the national average of 800, and full-time school will give you the BAH of the region you are taking school. Okay. So with online classes, national average of 800. So the national average is 800 for BAH for a full load? If I'm reading that correctly? That doesn't seem like much. I knew a couple guys that when they got out, they didn't even touch their GI Bill, and they instead got, like, grants. Like, Florida, I think, has, like, what they call a Pell Grant. So they were using, like, college grant money to go to school, saving their GI Bill. I don't know. I never looked into that. I have a bad habit of, like, going, oh, that sounds awesome, and then never looking into it. But, yeah. My major was actually graphic design. Cake or pie guy, Vince? Pie. Yeah, for sure. I got 1,700 for BH in upstate New York. That sounds about right for Florida. I want to say, like, if I took a full load, it was like 1,400. And again, it's been a long time since I've taken a full load. But I want to say it was something like that. And then you have the months where your BAH doesn't go in. I mean, you guys know how the VA works. I feel like this is just a fucking military conversation at this point. Yeah, then you have the months where did the VA forget about me, and you make the calls. Am I a cat or dog person? I'm usually a cat person, man. Which means I just don't want to have to deal with a dog. Caleb Kemp, once again, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. Once again, Caleb says, just want to say how cool I think it is that you've had me on your streams. Been bragging to my friends about it. No, I'm just some silly son of a bitch with a helmet on, man. But I appreciate the sentiment. As busy as you are, fitting fans in on events and taking time to respond to them in various places is so awesome. Well, it's fun for me. You know, it's fun for me as well. And I don't just want to play Battlefront by myself. You know, and it's awesome to have somebody in the chat play with me. Be able to shoot the shit and, you know, like your OBS questions, your streaming questions. Of course I want to help out. It's something that I've been doing for a few years and I have a grasp on it, and, you know, I can help where I can, but I'm not a tech wizard savvy guy, you know? But yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. It's it's fun. I wish, I always wish I had more time to do that kind of stuff, like on Patreon and everything. Sometimes I sit back and I'm like, man, I hate that I see other people's Patreon pages and I'm just like, golly, how can they have so much time to do this kind of stuff? And I'm like, I wish I could do all this kind of stuff, but everybody's been super cool and understanding, and anyway, Caleb, it's fun. So yeah, if you're around tomorrow, I'll probably end up doing 2 streams tomorrow as well, afternoon and evening, if you want to run and gun with me on co-op. I really enjoy doing that, But once again, thank you so much for the kind words, and thanks for playing. It's fun, man. I don't just want to play by myself. Carter Lovejoy, thank you for the super chat and channel support as well. Theory, Kylo Ren will defeat Palpatine and the entire First Order with a super insane explosive. Is that are you sounding out an explosion? Is that an actual thing that I should... Oh, wow, that is an actual thing that popped up in Google. Oh, it's an anime term? No, not a Dragon Ball Z guy. I've probably watched maybe 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Z in my entire life, and that was when I was like 12. And I've never watched anime ever. Interesting. And shout unlimited power. Do you think Kylo Ren is going to be the one to take it all down, Carter? I don't know. I can see Kamehameha. Okay. See, I understand that viewpoint. I don't think it's going to be Kylo, and I don't know if this is a serious question or not, but I don't think it's going to be Kylo. I think it's going to be Rey. I think Kylo is going to inadvertently maybe redeem himself in some low-key way. I really don't know, but I think it's going to be Rey to kind of maybe a little bit of help from Luke. Who knows? It's whenever I try to debate these things in my brain, the way the direction that I think it's going to go, I have a hard time even thinking of the direction it can go, because we have a 2-year break between The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. So much could have happened in that in-universe time where we haven't seen our heroes and villains, and I just have no idea, man. I have no idea. Never watched DBZ, but I know the whole gist. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about anime. Like, at all. Never really given it a shot. I always thought the art style looked cool, but I've just never watched anything or given it a shot. But yeah. No, not an accidental redemption, but a low-key redemption. Not one where he's just destroying everything, but something where... Man, I don't know. Not accidental. Did I say accidental? Did I say incidental? I don't know. Oh, Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate it. I don't know if you meant to type a little message in there or not, or you wanted to be a silent supporter, but I appreciate the hell out of it all the same. Thank you so much, Vince. Final super chat and channel support of the stream, Mr. Vince coming in. I greatly appreciate that, man. Time flew by. Christopher and Eli, and we started talking about military stuff. We started talking about GI Bill and BAH. And time flew, man. But yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off. I will be doing a Battlefront 2015 stream tonight for a little bit of Throwback Thursday action. Every Thursday, I'm going to start doing kind of older Star Wars games, and I'm kicking it off with not a very old Star Wars game, so yeah. All right, everybody. I appreciate everybody tuning in, everybody watching the stream. Thank you so much for popping in, saying hello on the chat. Let me run down the list. Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Caleb Kemp, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Carter Lovejoy, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Tom Davis, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Mickey Miles, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Eli Foreman, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Congratulations to Mickey. Congratulations to Eli. All right, everybody. It's time for me to hop off. Like I said, stream tonight, Battlefront 2015, a little throwback action. And other than that, I don't know what the hell's going on. But I will catch you all next time I see you. If I don't see you tonight, I'll see you when I see you. Cool? Cool. All right, guys. See ya.